What if the stories aren't just myths? What if the whispers about star beings shaping our destiny hold a truth so profound it could rewrite everything we know about human origins and our spiritual path? We look to the stars for answers, but perhaps the most startling revelation is that someone or something has been looking back, intricately involved in our evolution for millennia. Ancient texts and modern channeling speak of the Pleiadians, luminous beings from the Seven Sisters star cluster, not as distant observers, but as cosmic architects of consciousness itself. But who are they, really? Are they benevolent guides, genetic progenitors, or something far more complex? The standard narrative of human history feels incomplete, riddled with gaps and anomalies that conventional science struggles to explain. Could the missing pieces lie scattered across the cosmos, specifically within the radiant glow of the Pleiades? Prepare to question the veil between science and spirit as we uncover alleged prophecies, hidden legacies in lost civilizations, and the potential star codes dormant within our very DNA. This isn't just another space story, it's an exploration into the heart of human potential and the possibility that our future is intrinsically linked to beings from beyond our world. Stay with us as we delve into the enigma. To understand the Pleiadian influence, we must first journey to their purported origin. The Pleiades, a cluster sparkling roughly 440 light-years away in the constellation Taurus. According to channeled sources like Barbara Marciniak, the beings originating from systems like Tegeta and Maya are not merely extraterrestrial, they are fifth-dimensional entities, having evolved beyond dense physical forms into beings of light. They are described as ancient, wise, and deeply connected to Earth's spiritual development. Their alleged role? Nothing short of cosmic gardeners, tasked with seeding consciousness and establishing Earth's soul grid, an energetic framework designed to guide humanity's collective journey toward higher states of being. Think of it as a spiritual blueprint for ascension. However, this narrative immediately clashes with established astronomy. Scientists estimate the Pleiades stars are cosmically young, perhaps only 100 million years old. Far too young, they argue, to have fostered the evolution of such advanced ancient intelligence. This discrepancy creates a paradox. Are the channeled accounts elaborate fictions, metaphorical teachings? Or do these beings operate outside our linear understanding of time and evolution? Could they originate from a future timeline, or perhaps exist dimensionally rather than physically tied to those specific stars? The mystery deepens. The Pleiadian narrative extends deep into our planet's mythic past, intertwining with the legends of Atlantis and Lemuria. It's proposed that these weren't just mythical lands, but real civilizations that received advanced knowledge directly from Pleiadian mentors. In Atlantis, lore suggests Pleiadians shared profound secrets of crystal technology and frequency healing, enabling the Atlanteans to harness Earth's energies in ways we can barely imagine. Yet, this power allegedly became their downfall. Misuse, ego, and a disconnect from spiritual principles led to catastrophic consequences. A cautionary tale echoed through esoteric traditions. Similarly, Lemuria, often depicted as a more heart-centered civilization in the Pacific, is linked to Pleiadian influence. Channeled accounts describe Pleiadian seeders, who played a direct role in early human development, subtly embedding cosmic consciousness within our genetic makeup, planting the seeds for future spiritual awakening. Are there traces of this legacy? Some point to mysterious artifacts, like rare herderite crystals, found primarily in Brazil, and occasionally linked to Tibetan monasteries, believed by sensitives to hold Pleiadian energetic codes or information. Could these lost civilizations hold the key to understanding our Pleiadian connection? A forgotten chapter in human history waiting to be rediscovered beneath the waves of time and myth. Beyond historical intervention, the Pleiadians are said to offer a spiritual doctrine for ascension, often distilled into core principles or cosmic laws. These aren't commandments, but descriptions of universal energetic dynamics. Central is the law of resonance, the simple yet profound idea that like attracts like. To connect with Pleiadian consciousness, or higher frequencies in general, one must cultivate those frequencies within. Love, compassion, wisdom. It implies our reality is a mirror, reflecting our internal state. Then there's the law of unity, challenging the illusion of separation fostered by the human ego. It posits that all life is interconnected, part of a single consciousness. Experiencing this oneness is seen as crucial for evolution, mirroring the purported collective consciousness of the Pleiadians themselves. A third key principle is the law of eternal flow, advocating surrender to divine timing in the natural unfolding of events. This directly critiques humanity's often anxious grip on control, urging trust in a larger cosmic process. These concepts, echoed in various spiritual traditions, are claimed by modern channels like Suzanne Lee or figures like Peta to be direct transmissions from Pleiadian intelligence, updated for contemporary understanding. Are these laws ancient wisdom, repackaged, or genuine guidance from advanced beings designed to help us navigate our own evolution? Could your very soul have origins beyond Earth? The concept of starseeds suggests that many individuals currently incarnated on Earth carry a soul blueprint originating from other star systems, including the Pleiades. These individuals allegedly volunteered to incarnate here, particularly during this transitional period, to assist humanity's shift in consciousness. How might one identify a potential Pleiadian connection? Proponents suggest looking beyond mere belief to certain subtle markers. Physically, some associate traits like unusual light sensitivity, a higher prevalence of Rh-negative blood types, a biological anomaly itself, or heightened sensitivity to electromagnetic frequencies, EHS, with extraterrestrial lineage, though scientific evidence for these links is scarce. Psychologically, common themes include a persistent feeling of not belonging or a chronic nostalgia for a home they can't consciously recall, a deep aversion to violence and conflict, an innate pull towards healing professions or spiritual paths, and a compulsive drive to seek and speak truth, even when inconvenient. It's described as feeling like an old soul, weary of Earth's denser energies but committed to a mission. Could these feelings be more than psychological quirks? Are they echoes of a stellar origin, a soul memory stirring within? The idea resonates deeply with many seeking answers about their place in the cosmos. Perhaps the most provocative claim connects Pleiadian influence directly to our biology. Human DNA, esoteric theories propose that the vast majority of our DNA, the 97% often termed junk DNA by mainstream science, isn't junk at all. Instead, it's believed to hold dormant star codes or extraterrestrial genetic information, including Pleiadian contributions. This dormant potential, the theory goes, contains the blueprints for expanded consciousness, psychic abilities, and physical rejuvenation, waiting for the right frequencies to be activated. How might this activation occur? Practices like sound healing are often cited, specifically using frequencies like the 639 Hz solfeggio frequency, which is claimed to resonate with and repair DNA, facilitating emotional harmony and connection. Another fascinating modality is light language. Seemingly nonsensical vocal tones, clicks, and pulses, channeled by individuals who believe they are transmitting Pleiadian or other star-being frequencies directly. These sounds are said to bypass the conscious mind, speaking directly to the cellular memory and dormant DNA codes, triggering awakening and integration. Naturally, this diverges sharply from scientific consensus. Geneticists largely refute the junk DNA concept, explaining that these non-coding regions have crucial regulatory functions, orchestrating how and when genes are expressed. Yet, the idea persists. Could our DNA be a biological receiver, tuned to cosmic frequencies, holding latent abilities unlocked by Pleiadian light? Many Pleiadian prophecies converge on our current era, suggesting humanity is at a critical juncture, a potential timeline split. Events like the recent solar maximums and specific cosmic alignments are viewed not just as astronomical occurrences, but as energetic triggers. Some point to specific dates or windows, like alignments involving the Pleiades, as potential stargates facilitating a massive influx of higher frequency energy. This influx, according to the prophecies, is meant to accelerate the awakening process and assist in the manifestation of a 5D Earth. Not necessarily a physically separate planet, but a parallel reality anchored in higher consciousness. This envisioned fifth-dimensional reality is characterized by unity consciousness, transparency, the collapse of fear-based control systems, and potentially the natural emergence of abilities like telepathy, rendering much current technology obsolete. For those aligned with this transition, the path involves conscious participation. Pleiadian guidance often emphasizes practices like meditation and energy work, specifically designed to anchor the light during periods of heightened solar activity or geomagnetic storms. The idea is that individuals acting as conscious conduits can help stabilize and integrate these powerful cosmic energies for the collective, strengthening the vibratory structure of the ascending Earth timeline. Is this a literal bifurcation, a metaphorical shift, or a collective psychological evolution framed in cosmic terms? Beyond information and energy, Pleiadians are sometimes associated with specific healing modalities claimed to operate beyond the scope of conventional medicine. One prominent example is Merkaba activation. The Merkaba, visualized as two counter-rotating tetrahedrons of light surrounding the body, is described as a vehicle of consciousness, an energy field that, when activated through specific meditation and breathwork techniques, allegedly taught by Pleiadians, allows for interdimensional travel and heightened spiritual protection. It's seen as regenerating the light body. Certain crystals are also strongly linked to Pleiadian connection, moldavite, a green tektite formed from a meteorite impact, and phoenacite, a high-vibration crystal, are often considered receiver stones. Sensitives claim these stones help attune one's energy field to Pleiadian frequencies, facilitating communication and downloading information during meditation or dream states. However, the increasing popularity of these modalities brings ethical considerations. Critics caution against spiritual bypassing, the tendency to use spiritual ideas or practices like focusing solely on cosmic connections or high-frequency crystals to avoid confronting unresolved psychological trauma or challenging life circumstances. Is it possible to embrace these esoteric tools responsibly, integrating them with grounded emotional work? Or do they risk becoming a form of escapism from the necessary work of healing the human self? If Pleiadians possess such advanced knowledge and benevolent intentions, a crucial question arises: why don't they intervene more directly? Why not land ships on the White House lawn and solve humanity's problems? The most common explanation mirrors Star Trek's Prime Directive, a purported galactic law forbidding interference in the evolution of a developing species, particularly concerning free will. Direct intervention, even with good intentions, could disrupt our natural growth, karmic lessons, and collective decision-making process. Pleiadians, in this view, encourage or even gently force humanity to confront its own shadow, collective greed, fear, and division, believing that true evolution comes from within, not from external saviors. They offer tools and frequencies, but the work remains ours. Furthermore, the narrative isn't universally positive. Some conspiracy theories propose the existence of negative Pleiadians, or factions perhaps, hybridized with other groups like the Orions, who allegedly manipulate human systems, particularly religions and spiritual movements, for their own agendas, feeding off devotion, or causing division. This adds a layer of complexity and caution, urging discernment when dealing with any purported non-human intelligence. The refusal to intervene directly might stem from cosmic law, a focus on inner work, or perhaps a hidden conflict we barely perceive. For those seeking personal contact, Specific protocols are often suggested, emphasizing safety and discernment. Astral projection, guided by focused intention through the third eye chakra, is sometimes described as a method to journey consciously to Pleiadian realms, such as the planet Temur, often depicted as a place of healing and wisdom. More commonly, contact is reported through dream work. Paying attention to recurring symbols, like blue owls, intricate spirals, specific geometric patterns, or the number 7, might be interpreted as Pleiadian messages bubbling up from the subconscious. The key is learning to interpret this symbolic language. However, the invitation for contact comes with warnings. Esoteric traditions speak of imposter entities, or lower astral beings, sometimes called archons, who might mimic benevolent guides like Pleiadians, to deceive or drain energy. Therefore, protection rituals are paramount. Visualizing shields of light, invoking spiritual guides, setting clear intentions for communication only with beings of the highest light aligned with one's sovereign free will. Is safe and meaningful contact possible? Does it require rigorous spiritual practice and unwavering discernment? The path to potential connection seems as intricate and challenging as the mysteries surrounding the Pleiadians themselves. What truths resonate with your own inner knowing? The journey inward may hold the ultimate key,